let's say like Alex Hormozi, right? So he'll come out with like a free course. It's on his website. You just give your email. What people actually do is they get his free stuff. They get his free stuff, and they buy his stuff. They go through the whole thing and they reverse engineer everything. Then they take the best parts and they just apply it to their niche. I can share some strategies with you, like what a lot of coaches are doing right now. Game is you create a lead magnet, and you want it to be like a mini lead magnet. So in the past, people would do like these crazy like ultimate guides, 20 pages long on something very in-depth, right? But that was kind of like the olden days, and it doesn't work as well anymore because people don't actually read it. So what people are doing now is they're just making a new lead magnet almost every week. And it'll just be, basically you just take a piece of what you teach and make it as specific as possible. And it becomes like this one pager, like Google Doc or something like that. It doesn't even have to be fancy, as long as it like addresses a problem and solves a problem in a very fast way. But the goal of the lead magnet is actually just to get their email. So they download a thing, they give you their email, they look at it for 30 seconds. They're like, yeah, this is pretty sick. And then, every week or whatever, you keep emailing them. And then they watch your videos, they consume more of your content, and eventually they book a call, right? And so the idea is there are some people, maybe 5% of people who are ready to buy today. Like they'll watch a video and they're like, I'm booking a call, I'm buying on the call, right? But what about the 95% of people who are not ready? So that's the purpose of getting their email, so that you just want them to spend more time on your brand as possible. And then one day, maybe months later, maybe it's a year later, they actually buy something, So it's just like the nurturing where it just takes a while. And even for me, like when I collect emails in my CRM and go high level, I can see when they signed up for the email, which lead magnet they signed up for, all of the emails that they opened. So when somebody buys, I go back and I check like, okay, what was the journey they took to even get on this call? Sometimes it'll be like 4 months downloading like 5 lead magnets, you know what I mean? And then I'll be like, oh, okay, so they weren't ready like 4 months ago, but like something changed. And so you can see that kind of stuff nowadays with CRMs. That kind of like help give you guys some insights.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Thank you.
And by the way, guys, if you are also interested in joining the Founder X program, getting your content reviewed, building your personal brand, and really taking your skills, knowledge, and experience and monetizing online, similar to what we're doing in this call, I want to encourage you to sign up for the free training. I put a link in the description that will show you exactly my step-by-step process on how you can create your offer, build your personal brand, and also sign high-ticket clients. Now, after you watch the training, if it makes sense, you can actually book a call directly with me on my calendar, and I can help you map out a game plan on how you can do this for yourself. Again, I put a link in the description for you to sign up for the free training and book your call, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, actually, I have a question for both of you guys, Patrick and Shu. So one question for Shu was, I'm sorry I missed that part, but like your future plan for content creation, right? Because you told me that it took about 2 weeks for the latest video that just blew up, right? It's going really well. So like, what are your future plans? Like how much time are you trying to allocate when it comes to content? Is that one of the main lead magnet that you're trying to push for? And I'm sorry if you already covered this.
Yeah, that's a good question. No, we didn't actually talk about that specifically. So I'm actually kind of closer to a 2-week per video cadence right now, because that last video like took so much work. I needed a couple days off, and also like I've got some family stuff that I'm trying to help them with. And so I think, and also like after this last video, especially in the early parts, I think like in the early stages of this journey, I'm spending more time reflecting on what happened in the last video, especially this past one, like really trying to reverse engineer like why it worked, the way it did. And like, how do I recreate that as close as possible. So I spent several days doing that, and a couple days like taking a break. I realized like it's a marathon, not a sprint. And and so
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I think your recent video, one of the main differences, the intro compared to other videos. Or videos, I just watched them all, and the pace of you talking was much slower too, and more cinematic. You're using like a dark screen, right, and then background. So that was really good. So maybe people connect that way a little bit more.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. And one thought I'll share with that is when I started doing YouTube, it took me literally a week to do every video. Like I would spend like literally like 5 days on a video, right? So the thing is, you just have to get better at the skill. You know, like what used to take me 1 week might, for that level of quality now, I could probably do in, you know, an hour and a half. So think about that, 5 days to an hour and a half, right? So you just find that you'll get better at writing content, knowing what a good thumbnail is. You won't have to do as much research. When you look at the analytics, you already know what's going on in 10 seconds versus like having to Google stuff and ask ChatGPT, like, what does this mean, right? So yeah, maybe it might take, 2 weeks to do a video now. And I was editing all my videos back then as well, so I understand that. Just know you'll get better, and you'll probably get like 10 times faster with time. But it's just one of those things where you need to develop the skill in order to be faster while maintaining the level of quality, right? So don't think like, oh, like for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to spend 2 weeks to make a video. That's not true. It's just, you're just not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that, Patrick. And I realized as I was asking questions to you on Discord, I'm like, you know what? Patrick just recorded this whole section, everything about YouTube content creation on school. So I need to rewatch that. I watched a couple of those and I totally forgot that you had that. I'm like, oh, I need to rewatch it because I realized all the questions that I have is like, it's already there.
Yeah.
So yeah. I know. So I need to rewatch it. And that was actually my next question for you. It's like, how did you come up with the idea of creating courses? Like, did you use Patrick? That was one question for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was because I tried a lot of business ideas that didn't work. And basically it was when I was a digital nomad, and I met these guys in Russia. Not Russia, they were Russian who were also living in Bangkok. And they were making money with selling books on Amazon, right? So they would just take like Star Wars, like literally Star Wars, and they'll hire someone to do the book cover, they'll hire someone to do the writing, and they would just sell it as a fan fiction, something like that. Which was okay back then, but now you can't do that anymore, right? Because it's someone else's IP. And so I was asking them, like they were younger than me at the time. And I was like, how are you guys making money? And then they told me. And then I'm like, no way it can be that easy to just like create a digital product and just like put it out there, And they're like, yeah, dude, like we literally just hired these guys on like Upwork. And so then, one of the ideas that worked for me was I thought about how easy it was for them to sell a digital product. So I just decided to also create a digital product that was like low ticket. Yeah. So my main breakthrough was really teaching people how to cold email on Udemy. And back then I wasn't really thinking too much about like consulting and high ticket. It wasn't as popular. And so I thought like, okay, I don't have a big following. I'm just going to make these courses on Udemy, and they're going to take 50% of what I earn, but they get all the traffic for me. Yeah. And I just basically, how should I say this? I understood how their algorithm worked to my favor, and started ranking all my courses to the top. Yeah, it's kind of like it's like you make an app, you want to be number one for a certain keyword, right? Like, what do you need to do? So there are a lot of things you can do to get there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to actual content creation, right?
Yeah.
Did you get help from AI? It's like, hey, this is my idea.
There's no AI back then, right? So I started like 7 years ago, right? So the way I did it was I just looked at what other people were doing. And I basically look at the curriculum, look at the syllabus, look at the reviews, and I kind of see like why people buy, right? And so on Udemy specifically, the quality of content, the production was just so low. You know, it was like people filming on their webcams and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, even if I had the same material as them, if I make my production quality better, people would just buy my course, right? That was my mindset, right? So it's not about who has the best content, it's who has the best packaging. And I was correct on that. And so for a lot of younger people who are getting into sales, like who are you going to watch? The guy who's like filming on his webcam or someone that actually has like a real camera? You know, that was a really big one back then, because no one really was using like DSLRs and stuff like that. And I believed in the idea a lot that even though I didn't have the money, I put a bunch of cameras on my credit card, spending money I didn't have, and I would have to do like the 18 months, like no interest or whatever, right? And I just bought a bunch of stuff on Amazon to make it like as good as possible. And fortunately, it worked, right? And my mindset at the time was like, okay, if it fails, I'll just return everything. So fortunately, I didn't have to return anything, and I still use a lot of the equipment I bought back then today. But yeah, it's just I saw the boom in online courses. I wanted to create something that's 100% digital. I wanted to move to Vietnam. So online courses for me checked a lot of the boxes. Yeah, it was only later I started really getting into consulting after I had success in the online courses.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Because I'm trying to put something together, not right now, but then like I'm thinking about putting something together for online courses in the future in 2026.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, where should I start?
Yeah, you should start with reverse engineering what people are already paying for, right? Like you don't. Gotcha. Yeah. So so let's say, I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say like Alex Hormozi, right? So he'll come out with like a free course. It's on his website. You just give your email. What people actually do is they get his free stuff, and they buy his stuff. They go through the whole thing and they reverse engineer everything. Then they take the best parts and they just apply it to their niche, right? I see this all the time. So like you see the guys who they're like, oh, I just made 200K per month, with my consulting business, right? Helping other people become consultants. How they actually do it is they really just go to like an Alex Hormozi, steal everything, remix it, and then apply it to a very specific niche. So they'll be like, oh, I specialize in coaches who, make who are at the 5 to 20K mark, and I'll take you to 100. But what they're doing is they're just stealing the content. And why everyone can get away with it is because you cannot own like general concepts. That's like, you can't own the idea, buy low, sell high, right? But you can't take the IP and the naming, but just the fundamentals behind it, you can. It's fair game, right? So that's how people can do it so fast. Like when the moment Alex Hormozi drops $100 million models, and he did like a 6-hour webinar or whatever, right? Dude, everyone's stealing it like on day one. Like they're watching it at night, taking notes, recording the whole thing, and they're stealing the whole thing. So that's how they move fast, So when you're thinking about the curriculum you want to build, right? You want to look at what's already making money. What is the cutting edge of what's working right now? Look at the curriculum, and then see which parts you want to take inspiration from, right? Like I would not reinvent the wheel, and then you just do it in your own flair style, put your IP on it, call it different names, create different diagrams, and it's pretty much like almost guaranteed to work.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
That's good to know.
Yeah. So it's not like you're stealing. I use the word stealing, but it's really, you're breaking things down and reverse engineering what works. I mean, that's all it is at the end of the day, right? Everyone's doing it to each other. So like, I'm sure people steal my YouTube content all the time, so it's whatever. Who cares? Yeah. But don't blatantly steal. You know what I mean? Like people can tell. Remix. That's true. Yeah. You got to remix the idea.
With my own idea, right?
Yeah.
90% steal it, 10% my idea, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. 90, 95%. You're base, like there's nothing original in this world anyways. Like you take two ideas. Like all I did back then was I took sales training, which I learned at Oracle and, you know, all these other places, and I applied it to young people. That's it. Like the fundamentals, like clearly I learned it at my job. You know what I mean? Like there's no new way to sell. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know.
I think Aya had a question. She said, how defined was your course when you accepted your first client? That's to Shu.
Yeah, to Shu.
Hey, Aya. I didn't have, well, I'm trying to think about this. Yeah, no, so what I sold was actually a one-on-one coaching program. So there's no structure at all. I didn't have anything built out.
Like not even a Google Doc? Like a one-pager Google Doc?
Like when I signed him?
Yeah.
No,
Nothing at all. So
nothing at all.
So how would you tell him to, like, when he asked, like, oh, what's the program? Like, would you tell him?
Yeah, that's what I wonder.
It wasn't even a program. It was just coaching one-on-one for 3 months.
I see. So you just said, like, hey, I'll coach you to solve your problem for 3 months, and we're going to do, like, a call every other week or every week?
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, cool. Like, he didn't care, like, what the curriculum was or anything?
No.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for him, it was, like, all about vibes. Like, did he trust me, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Did you say in that way that, so I'm sure you asked his dream or his desire, and you said, oh, I can help you achieve that or something like that?
I don't think I even, maybe, but that wasn't explicit, actually. I did, but it was more about, like, I focused on, like, giving him empathy. Like, understanding,
Like his current pain, right?
yeah, like, why is he suffering?
Right. What was the outcome that, sorry to cut you off, but what was the outcome that you were, like, pitching him, right? So he's in pain. That's the current situation. If he works with you and pays you money, at the end, he should, like, you know, what he's going to get.
Yeah. Have a life full of healthy, like, you know, relationships, right? Be self-connected. Yeah, no, sorry. I did ask him, like, what is it that he wants? You know, I'm like, we started talking about work stuff, but he's like, you know what, whatever, like, work is just work. Sometimes you're just in the bullshit job, but you know, what's actually meaningful is, like, having a family to come home to. I'm like, okay, yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about relationships, you know? But then we went back to, like, well, there is this thing about his career path and et cetera, et cetera. I mean, like, essentially I just followed him wherever he went. And,
Right.
you know, what we said earlier at the beginning of our call, it's like, it's the same skills, just applied in different areas of life.
So basically, if I'm getting this right, you empathize with him, you listen to him and all his problems, almost like a therapist would, which I teach in the course, by the way, right? And whatever problem he had, it just so happens you have the perfect solution. Yeah, basically, that's pretty much how he felt, right? So yeah, the lesson there, because I also have done this when I sold a lot of B2B consulting. Like, sometimes you don't know what problems people have. You have a guess, right? And then they're going to tell you, like, all this stuff on the call. The simplest way to sell them is you just take all their pain points and just turn them into solutions, and that's what you sell. Right? So, like, oh, you're lonely, you want to have a family one day. Okay, let's work on that. You know, we're going to help you, like, build you know, your social life and meet different girls, whatever, and then get you closer to that goal, right? Sometimes it's as easy as that. And
thank you. Another question. So, how long was the first call with the client? The first meeting?
It's like half an hour, 40 minutes.
Okay.
The one call close in 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think would you say like the content, like he was kind of like sold because of the content, like 80% there?
Yeah. He came on the video. He's like, "Yo, Shu, what's up, man?
I love
like,
your stuff.
Like, yeah, he's like, you're like, he already knew me, you know?
Yeah. So
It was my first fucking video, or like my second video, you know? It was crazy.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, I have the same. Yeah, it's a phenomenon that happens, right? Basically, if your content addresses their problems and like they feel empathy, they feel like you get them, and you kind of paint a picture of what life could look like if they were to work with you, then when they're on the call, they're really just checking to see like if they like you and what the price is. Like you're almost just like taking the order.
Pretty much.
Right? Like you don't really have to sell them, right? So that's the key with like targeted content when you address pain points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why like if you do like, let's say if a channel does like a lot of like entertainment stuff, right? Like let's say like in dating or something. The thing is, you might get views, but they're not sold on your way of thinking, right? They're just like, oh, that was a funny video, right? But it doesn't really tackle like the main problem they have. So if they book a call, they're not pre-sold. So you're gonna have to do a lot of selling and convince them like, oh, I'm gonna help you out and all this stuff. But if you pre-sell in the content itself, it just makes it so much easier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that was a great session. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, happy you did. Cool. So Brian, you have a question or something?
Yo, dude, that's awesome, bro. That's crazy that you sold someone without like a single resource. That's crack. I do have a question for Patrick. I mean, Patrick, you already know how I pivoted.
Yeah.
But basically, like, if I wanted to do a little bit of like LinkedIn, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would I go about going from fitness to like UGC on LinkedIn? Because now I'm targeting like 9-to-5ers that feel like they're unfulfilled at their job and trying to like basically similar to you, kind of. But
UGC. Yeah. So how would you go about it? Yeah. So you just start talking about it, right? So like just do a pivot. So you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to say like, oh, I used to do health, now I'm doing this. Just start talking about it. And if you want to target people who have 9-to-5 jobs, who are unfulfilled, I think first think about what kind of 9-to-5 job they have, right? So like for me, I like to work with people who have pretty decent jobs, because they have more money, right? And they have skills. So I don't want to work with people who like work at McDonald's because it's too hard to help them become successful, right? Now, based on some of the docs you sent me, remember that one offer was like talking about how they were helping girls who work at like, what's it called? Like at, those yoga companies or whatever, right? Or retail. Retail, right? Like girls that work at, what are some companies that like Lululemon, right? Yeah. So they're making like, like 36 to 50K a year and they have some money saved up. See, that's it's not quite a white collar job. I'm not sure what you would call it, but you know what I'm saying? It's a retail job. So the messaging for that person is going to be very different from targeting white collar people.
Yeah.
Right. So I think first we have to be clear on who the market is. Like, do you know like who you want to go after?
It's definitely the men's side for sure.
Yeah.
I would say the younger side, so probably like 20s to 30s.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
And your offer, I thought about it a little bit after we talked. It's going to be hard to get someone to switch opportunities to your opportunity, to like UGC, unless they hated their job. All right.
So do you think I should just pick like look up like the most hated jobs? Like I'm sure dentistry's up there.
No.
But
see, the guy who spent 8 years to become a dentist is not going to switch.
That's true.
He invested too much. It's like sunk cost fallacy, right? Like too much money and too much time to like quit, even if he hates it. I think in your case, it's gonna be, I would try to find like the shittiest job that pays the most. Yeah. So like you're not gonna get like the director of marketing. Like he ain't gonna switch to UGC. Right? He's not gonna make TikTok videos, you know. But it's gotta be like the freaking senior team leader at Abercrombie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those guys are based on the research that you sent me with the docs and stuff. I feel like that kind of guy makes sense, right?
What are you trying to get? You're trying to recruit people to do UGC for fitness?
No.
I'm trying to get people to just do UGC, like just market for brands instead of doing whatever job they're doing right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because like, he does UGC
Can they be
stuff.
in college?
What was that?
Can they be in college, or you want older?
A lot of them are already in college, but it's because they don't have money, so it's hard to sell high ticket to them.
Yeah. Well, I think about like yourself as your ideal customer, right? Like there's a point where you're doing like PT and like training and stuff, and then you're like, oh, maybe I'll do UGC because I'll make more money, right?
Just fitness coaches. That could work actually. Huh.
It might, right? Because it's like, you know, fitness coaching is not always the most stable, right? Sometimes you have clients, sometimes you don't. And those guys are probably like competent. They look good on camera. So they're actually pretty good candidates for UGC.
That's true.
They're fit.
So you would say all of LinkedIn posts would just be catered to the fitness coach pivoting to UGC life?
It doesn't have to be fitness in particular. I think target the pain points that a fitness person might have. So like what's the challenges? It's like unstable income. You have to like physically go to the place and train the person, right? Same with retail stores, right? They have the same problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Like those kind of things, right? You can't make money online. You're capped by how much hours you put in, and then you contrast that with like, hey, you know, when I helped Cluely or these other like UGC, you know, campaigns, I made this much money because I just got them like 10 million views and it was so easy.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
Because they're going to think like, oh, why am I doing this like shitty PT job when I could just make these goofy videos and get 10 million views and get paid like like 10K for this, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So so go for pain points that this type of person has, right? It's kind of like for me, I target a lot of people who have 9-to-5 jobs, but as you can see, like everyone here, like they come from different backgrounds, right? Yeah. But the pain, I know that it's all the same. You see? So that's how if you target a pain versus just a specific type of person, you kind of need both, but 9-to-5 people who have all specific problem, that's how you hit different industries.
That makes sense. You don't need to like outright say the specific of the ICP in your bio, right? You just go 9-to-5, but you just talk about it in the content.
Yeah, you don't have to like. I'm not going to say 9-to-5 white collar workers or something like that, right? You know?
Yeah.
But for me, it's a little implied where I say like I help people take their monetize their skills and build their personal brand. Like who does that? So you're more. Yeah, because you have to have a skill, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like other offers, they'll sell you even if you're just like no skill, you're dumb as rocks. They'll be like, I'll teach you everything, you know, to become a high ticket closer or whatever, right? So there's different audiences. Yeah. It's like some people, they need to be told exactly what to do. So they're a better fit for something like UGC or high ticket closing. You know what I mean? Because they're going to be like, oh, I'll do anything for money. Just tell me what I need to do. Right?
Yeah.
Whereas the people I work with, they probably have an idea of what kind of business they want to build and they just need help with the sales and marketing side. Right?
Yeah.
So it's a little more sophisticated, you know? So your audience or your offer is less sophisticated in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Like if you told them to be a high ticket closer, they would do it. You know what I mean? Like they'll do anything. Right. Like, and, so yeah, I think that's what I'd be thinking on your side.
Okay. That makes sense. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. You good on that? Yeah, cool. All right, Sean, did you have any questions by any chance?
Hey, I actually do have another question. So I'm still like pretty new, and going through the initial like figuring out your offer section. And right now, I'm thinking of like two different things. One where it's more of a B2B SaaS that I've been building on the side versus a B2C kind of helping people learn the skills that I use in my job, based off like a personal brand that I've been building. So I guess I'm kind of curious, how would personal branding really apply to the B2B SaaS situation? Like, would that help with that at all, or would I have to completely pivot to maybe like a brand account or something like that?
Okay. For SaaS, 100% personal brand helps sell SaaS. I've seen this. Yeah. So if you just talk about the pain points your ideal customer has, like, you would just attract an audience. It's the same B2B, B2C. It's actually very similar. So the process is the same. Who you target is just different. Yeah. But in your case, you just need to make a decision on who you want to go after. Right. It's kind of like Shu, he was thinking like, oh, should I go for B2B startup founders, or should I go with like B2C regular guys who have money, who just need help with communication skills? I think that's really the real question to ask. All right, what you want to do.
So I guess a follow.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I guess a follow up on that for you and for Shu. So was it just the decision of how you feel when you were thinking about serving both people that kind of went into play of you choosing to go the B2C route?
Shu?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I played with the B2B route for a little bit. I mean, one of the roadblocks that I found is that founders don't like to disclose the fact that they have conflict with their co-founders. And like they're trying to move so fast that it's really hard to sell them until there's actually until it's almost too late, right? Until the pain is so bad, they're like, oh fuck, we really need help. And then also like credibility, they want people that are already vetted. And same thing with founders too, right? It's all about like already having a success history. So it's kind of like chicken and the egg. It was a little bit hard. It was harder to break into that. And also I'm just like, God, do I want to go out to like networking events? Do I really want to be dealing with a bunch of tech bros, And yeah, so that was actually but that was the main thing. It's like, I don't actually want to be doing all this like networking stuff. Yeah,
and I remember in Discord, me and Shu were talking about it, and I just asked you it's like, which one do you actually want to do, right? Like, if you knew you could not fail, like, which one would you do? Did I ask you that? I forget.
I think you might have, but like, I think, one of those things that you asked me, and I was just like, yeah, it's clear. Like, I don't actually want to work with, I much rather work with individuals than, startups.
Yeah. And I think once you feel confident, like there's a market that exists for that type of person, then you can like really just go for it. Right. Because I think the problem Shu had was like, is there money in this? That really, like, that's the first question, right? Like, yeah, because it's not a charity, right? It's a business. So, but does that help, Sean?
Yeah, that does. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Anything else? No?
That's it for right now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Charles, man, did you have any questions?
I'm actually I'm good right now, man. Just listening to Shu, man, is actually really interesting to hear his story and his journey. So that's like really cool.
Yeah, 100%. And I see you have the lights behind the Star Wars thing now. Is that a new addition?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It's making it. Yeah, it looks better for sure. So
yeah, Shu sent me a message. He thought so too. So that was really important to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, big improvement.
Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, you're really doing well. Like the LinkedIn thing that you're talking about earlier. Do you you still have like somebody that runs your LinkedIn or
The DMs?
Huh?
Yeah, the I have someone that DMs on my behalf every day.
Yeah, I don't know whether to be to be embarrassed or is this a good thing. But check this out. How do I share? Your window.
Yeah, it's share your screen on the bottom.
Your entire screen. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so what we got?
Yeah, but for like my year in review, man, like the person you kept up with all year long.
Hey, let's go. I appreciate it, man. Nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, the content must be working then. Cool. All right, Jaden, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's good? How you doing?
Doing great. Did you just get back from like church or something?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I can tell. So what's up, man? What's new?
Not much. Just still doing the Instagram stories and stuff, and you know, pretty much it. Since Monday, it hasn't really been much of a change, but still getting people interested just because of that. I mean,
Yeah, from the IG,
and I decided,
the IG stories and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
hmm
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, that's about it. There's not a whole lot going on right now.
Yeah. You have any plans to meet any of your clients in person coming up?
No. Actually, we might go Saturday. We might go to Wilmington, another city that's kind of nearby.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, not necessarily. Haven't planned it yet.
Okay. Because I was talking to some of my friends who do a YouTube agency, right? And I was telling them about you in terms of like you like trading and like meeting your clients in person and using the money to buy lunch. And they were like, dude, that's like 100% going to be a killer idea.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I guess that did happen today. One of the guys, we was on the phone and we both took the same trade, and he was like, "Yeah, get ready, let's go out and eat real quick." So he took his money and withdrew it, and we went and ate today.
Did you record the whole thing?
No, I did not actually.
Oh, no.
I was just on the phone with him.
All right. Moving forward, man, you gotta record all your calls. Okay, use Fathom or something, right? When you meet your clients in person and they're making good trades, like you got to get it on camera, man. Like that's the content that like no other trader really has.
Right?
Because like you're like
Fathom.
FATHOM. That it'll join any Google Meet or any Zoom video, and then just like automatically records it. So that's what I use for all my sales calls, and it's not the highest quality, but it just automatic, and does it. You don't have to like do too much. But yeah, man, you got to start really, because like you're kind of living that life, right? And other people want what you have, but they don't know you have it. You know what I mean? So like you helping the guy, like actually on a call, and he's actually making money, and you guys went to get lunch with the money that you just made from trading. That is the content, dude, because it's so believable, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think, your content will be like 10x better if you just like record the stuff.
Actually do it, right?
Yeah. And I know it's like friction of like, man, I gotta like prepare for the call, get the camera out and stuff. 100% worth it. Like if you think like a story will get you like, 2 clients, that video of you helping someone else trade is going to get you like 10,
I agree. I mean, I think it will, because yeah, you're right. Because I mean, I just post like somebody texting me like, man, this is so easy or something like that.
Yeah.
And they send me their P&L, and then I'll post that on Instagram, and then people will DM me like, yo, I need to get on this, yo,
Yeah.
So I think if I did a lot more of that, like you're saying,
Yeah.
live trading and stuff like that,
Yeah.
people would probably eat up.
Yeah, and I think the angle is okay, if somebody texts you, right? Like I can text you and it could be fake, right? That's the thing with trading.
True.
Like anybody can fake anything. But when you make a whole video, you know, about somebody, you drive over to them, right? It just feels more real. And because it's like, let's say, you know, they're trading with like $200 and they were able to buy lunch. That's actually a really good angle, because you're not saying, oh, like if you trade with me, you're going to be a millionaire. It's, hey, like this is actually a way to actually make some side income, right? So it's like even more believable, because you're not, you know, it's like the promise is so low. Right. It's like if you just want to make some extra money on the side while you do your full-time thing, like you can literally do this just like how we're doing it, you know? So it's like tackling this angle. It's like when everyone's trying to make like these over exaggerated claims, you're doing the opposite and you're saying like, hey, let's get some lunch money, right? Maybe small today, but like if you really keep this up, like give me more, you know? Yeah. So like a lot of times doing the opposite of what everyone is already doing, it will be the thing that makes you stand out. You know, you know what I mean? It's the same as like, you know how like a lot of people in info, they're trying to teach you their motto of how to make money, of like, oh, you gotta be a high ticket closer or whatever, right? You gotta do it like me. So when I started this Founder X thing, I just did the opposite. I said like, hey, let's just take the skills you have that you learned at your job, because that's going to be the most, you know, likely for you to succeed. So it's opposite. You see what I mean? So that's how you kind of like, at that time, it was like a novel idea, right? Like use your skills that you have, like don't learn anything new. Whereas everyone's trying to sell you a new thing. So yeah, wherever the pendulum's swinging, swing the other way. And I think you have it. Like if you can execute on this in the next like month or like next few weeks, like I think it would really take off.